this video, we're going to talk a bit more about the mechanics of writing a paragraph. To do that, let's return to the essay on the colour blue you have been looking at in Module 6. I'll take you through one of the paragraphs to highlight the thinking behind the writing. But first, let's just recap about what we already know about the paragraph. A paragraph is like a mini essay. It has an introductory or topic sentence that gives the main point of the paragraph. The main point supports your overall essay thesis. Each sentence in the body of the paragraph supports the main idea of the paragraph, just as each paragraph in the essay supports the essay thesis. There is also a concluding sentence in a paragraph that sums up the point and usually links it in some way to the next paragraph's main point. So far, so good. This all sounds very logical and easy to do. But the skill comes when you have gone away and researched in many fine, recent, reliable and relevant sources, and you have a great deal of evidence about your topic. How exactly do you choose the evidence to use, and how do you weave it into a paragraph so that you are developing and supporting your overall argument in answer to your topic? Let's take a look at the second paragraph of the essay on our society's understandings of blue. This paragraph has one main idea, and that is the defining characteristics of blue as a colour in nature. You will choose material from your research that helps to achieve your main reason for the paragraph, to define blue in nature. The first sentence after the topic sentence places the colour in the context of all other colours by giving its place in the colour spectrum. Research notes I had taken from Philip Ball's work on colour in nature were perfect here. For example, I was able to give a sense of the history of colour research by using Ball's mention of Sir Isaac Newton. Then I was able to give a list of examples of some places where blue appears naturally in living and non-living aspects of the natural world. In the fourth sentence, I gave an idea of recent research by quoting directly from Ball. This not only varied the voice of the writer and therefore heightened interest, but Ball had written a very complicated idea very well. This also showed that I had read my source very carefully. Finally, the last sentence rounds out the point and underlines the importance of my choice of the colour blue to examine in the essay, because it's everywhere in nature. In general, paragraphs are restricted in size. A long paragraph with many sentences would contain a very important point for which you have lots of evidence and therefore references. Most body paragraphs in academic writing would have at least 3 sentences, and more likely 5. 1 or 2 references per paragraph is a good basis to work on. But if you have more references, that's great. Paragraphs are also limited in what they can do. They can define and/or explain a thing, as I did in this paragraph, or they can explain an event or process, or they can compare and contrast, show cause and effect. So when you write a paragraph, think carefully about what evidence you need to make your point, and that this point supports and develops your overall thesis and stays on topic. Happy writing!